instead of Despair. Lunala. Oh, that's a good grab. Meowscarada, that's a great one. And a Honedge again. And a Gallade. Okay. So we're going to take Lunala. We're going to take Meowscarada. And you know what? I could take Lord Helix. I could take the Lord Helix, or I could reroll. So I've got Psychic Ghost, Dark Grass. So I'm super weak to Bug right now. I think I reroll. Right on. Baxcalibur. Oh my god, that is the perfect set. That is the perfect set. So let's see what we got. Item, Max Potion, Poison Barb, okay, and a Wide Lens. All right. So let me see move sets. So Brave Nature, Lonely Nature, and another Brave Nature. All right, so that's up attack minus speed. Ice Body. I would rather Thermal Exchange, so I think I'm going to have to grab a ability patch for Baxcalibur. Overgrow. Again, I'm going to have to grab an ability patch or ability capsule for Meowscarada. And Shadow Shield, okay, which we knew about. So Confusion, Hypnosis, Teleport, Cosmic Power. Trick, Leafage, Scratch, and Tail Whip. Dragon Tail, Ice Shard, Tackle, and Leer. Okay, you know what? Not the worst. But I definitely have to get to floor 5. Unless I get to floor 5, I'm going to be in just a terrible situation. Because I need to relearn some stuff, yeah? Okay, so... gotta go Confusion. Just gonna go Scratch, I think. Little's down 1. Lunala's just really good, but like to start with a bug type right off rip, and I've got a quad weakness to it. Like that's kind of scary. We got Adrenaline Orb, Burn Heal, and a Heal Powder. Okay. Got one trainer here, so let's see what we can do, yeah? Electrike and Trico. Alright, so let's go Confusion. Let's go Leafage. Let's double into it. Life Orb, okay. So, Confusion here, Leafage on the Quagsire, that's a one-shot. And then with the damage from the Life Orb, should be able to take out Trico. Yeah, easy enough. Icy Wind on Baxcalibur. We'll take that over Leer, I think. Icy Wind is good for doubles as well as for just solid speed control. Plus, Ice is actually really good as an offensive type. It's horrible defensively, but it hits a lot. It hits a lot of very common types for some serious damage. Chimecha, okay. Shellbell, let's hit the Hypnosis. Hit the Teleport. Go into Baxcalibur. And hit Icy Wind. Drop the speed. And hit Ice Shard. Solid physical attack. Ooh, Togedemaru. Hold on a tick. We're gonna hit Dragon Tail. Okay, what in the hell? Hit Ice Shard on the Solosis. There we go. Lunala wants to learn Nightshade. Yes. We're gonna take that. We're gonna take it over Teleport, or because Teleport, I believe, is negative priority. Bite, we are gonna take. We'll take that over Tail Whip. Trick is actually really nice. Sweet, I caught the Togedemaru. Hell yeah. We'll take that. Okay, Hop Berry. Max Revive, good. And Baka Berry, sure. Got one trainer here. Poltergeist, sure. We'll just go with Confusion, I think. Binnacle, sure. If I see something with lefties, I'll switch in and hit Trick, but Triple Protect, holy crap. Quadruple Protect, that's insane. That's nuts. I can't believe it hit the quadruple. Got a wide lens again. All right. And protective pads. Okay. All right. We've been healed. Move Relearner. Let's see what we got. Okay, so Lunala, what can we get for you? Moongeist Beam. Yes. Which we will take over Nightshade every single time. We need a PP up, honestly. We need PowerPoints up. Meowscarada. Flower Trick, yes. Which we will take over Leafage, I think. Because Flower Trick always gets a crit. Meowscarada is also super fast. So, and you know what? We're going to go with Double Team as well. I don't mind doing Double Team Cheese in this. We'll take that over Scratch, honestly. And then, let's see, Bexcalibur. We can go Glaive Rush. And we'll take Glaive Rush over Tackle. We'll also take Breaking Swipe. because Glaive Rush combined with Ice Shard is actually very good. We'll take that over Dragon Tail for Breaking Swipe. And then we'll take Snowscape as well. We'll take that over. Actually, no, we're going to keep Icy Wind. Like, even though heal HP and Hail or Snow, it's only 5 turns of it, which is just not nearly enough, honestly, in my opinion. It's really not. I wish it lasted longer without a held item. But, you know, only so much we can do, yeah? Okay, Skorupi and Capsakid. Alright, so we are going to go with Confusion here. And you know what? We're going to go with Flower Trick. Down goes Skorupi. Gligar. Alright. We'll go Confusion. We'll also go Bite. And I got poisoned off of 1. Alright, sure. I think I have antidotes, so I should be alright. No, I don't. I have a heal powder, though. Do that. Grab a potion. Assault Vest. Okay. We're going to give the Assault Vest, I believe, to Baxcalibur. Because that ups the special defense. And I don't have anything that's not an attacking move, so we'll do that. We'll give the Muscle Band. Yeah, we'll do that. I think that's going to be our play here. Lunala is also just really good to have, especially if you keep it at full HP. Okay, so we're going to go Moongeist Beam here. I think we're also going to go Flower Trick as well. Yeah, their Bouffalan's now really low. Golette's down. Diglett. Okay, sure. Just take Confusion and Flower Trick as well. Diglett down in 1. Boom. Wants to learn Hone Claws. Nah, I'm going to hold off on that for now. I can relearn later, so I'm not all too concerned. I like that relearn feature every 5 floors that you can kind of mess with your moveset, which is really kind of nice. So I'll take that. So I can go back and I can relearn things and change up stuff. All right, we got 2 trainers on this floor. Inkata and Glammeow. Okay, so I'm gonna go Confusion. We'll also go Flower Trick. Fake Out. Okay. All right, Nankata goes down. Glammeow goes down. Gumshoes to finish it off. Okay. Just double into Gumshoes. Easy day. And the Rocket's like, you can probably beat me. Wimpod, okay. Just gonna hit Moongeist Beam. Makahita, okay, hit the Confusion. Easy one shot. Wants to learn Dragon Breath? No. Not a special attacker, definitely a physical attacker. And Slackoth goes down. Easy day. Alright, we got a Super Potion. We've got an Elixir. That's nice to have. An Icy Rock, sure. Nobody up here. Little child down here. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and clear this floor easy enough. Oh, Tropius. Okay, interesting. Moongeist Beam it is. Wants to learn Magical Leaf. Nah. More of a physical attacker instead of a special attacker, so I'm not all too worried about that. And I'm more of a special attacker on Lunala. We're just going to hit Confusion. Oh, Insomnia. Sure. Got Confusion. He hit Hypnosis, sure. There we go. Okay. Wants to learn Confuse Ray. 100% accuracy. Yeah, we're going to take that over Hypnosis then. Revival Herb, nice. That's nice to have. A Lemonade, sure. And an Antidote. All right. And healing up here. Okay. Now, let's see. Could run Aerial Ace. Brick Break, Bulk Up. Calm Mind. Let me check. Let me check something, actually. I mean, if I ran Calm Mind, definitely help me out specially. You know what? Actually, we're gonna hold off on that. See if we can't get farther before I start switching abilities up. Throw. Okay. It's an easy... Okay. Yeah, easy Confusion. Boom. Throw is back in. Confusion again onto Baltoy. Just hit Moongeist Beam then. I don't understand what the whole switcheroo was done. Oh, Wild Flittle has appeared in the chat. There we go. We got a hyper potion. We've got a rare candy. That's nice. And we've got another heal powder. Okay, sure. One trainer here. Where are they? Down here. Here's the old man. Wooper and Spoink. Okay. So let's do this and let's do this. So bite on Spoink. Wooper, I'm not all too concerned about. Quick attack, nah. Again, not super concerned about that. There goes Wooper down. And Croconaw to finish, sure. Let's just confusion and bite into it because I outspeed with both. Here we are. Easy day. Easy day. We take that. And nobody caught the flill. Ah, Shedinja. Okay. Yeah, Flittle, like, Espathra is okay. Don't get me wrong, especially with speed boost. Espathra is actually pretty decent. Because you run Espathra with speed boost as well as, what's it called? Calm Mind. And then run, Stored Power. And it's going to hit like a fucking truck. Dealing with a 13 top. Hey, that's going to be at least it's going to be a decent what's it called? At least it's going to be a decent tip that's mandatory, you know? There we go. Jinx goes down. Tatsugiri. Okay. Yeah, it does depend on if they split it. You're right. You're absolutely right, dear. This run is not bad, honestly. Wants to save a lost soul. No, I don't have a lost soul. Quick Claw. Okay, that's not bad. Elixir. Sure. And a lemonade. All right. I will say though, Fleur, like the Gen 9, they absolutely cooked for the pseudo. Baxcalibur line is absolutely just one, awesome design to begin with. Two, absolutely a solid mon anyway. There we go. Hi, Jetpack. All right. Expert belt, sure. And a max ether, all right. Not terrible. Not great, but not terrible. All right, so let's go ahead. And I need an ability patch. Because we need thermal exchange on Baxcalibur. That's the first one that I wanted to run with. Valkyrie, what's up? I'm doing all right. How was your Christmas? How's your Christmas going, Valk? There we go. Centrit. Okay, sure. And Roselia swapped right into confusion. Ooh. Depression kicking your ass. I get that. I absolutely get that. Let's see. Full restore, super potion. What else did we get here? Okay. Got 2 trainers. I don't think you ever told me that, actually, Valk. But I'm sorry to hear that. That's shitty. So I imagine it's definitely a difficult time for you then. I know what it's like to come around to that time of year where it's just everything is like, where everything's kind of fucked because it leaves a bad taste in your mouth looking back on the past. Flamigo is going to go down in 1. There we are. Wants to learn Air Slash. Yes, I definitely need that. We're going to take it over Confuse Ray, I think. Be able to hit some... be able to hit... What's it called? Be able to hit normal types a little bit easier. Seed Bomb... No, we're going to take that over Trick. I think that's going to be the way we're going to go here. Soul Rock. Alright. Just going to hit a Moongeist Beam then. And here comes Linoon again. And there's the Air Slash. And we got a Guard Spec again. So I really want to get a Leftovers. Just something for some consistent recovery, you know? See. And he's finally outspeeding me, but that's going to go down. There we go. I am going to end up swapping just because I'm now super slow. Actually, no, I won't. Because I can just hit with Confusion in 1 shot. We're going to leave that, actually. And Oricorio, which form is this? Psychic, okay. 1 Moongeist Beam and it goes down. Alright, but we are going to heal up. I haven't really used any potions. This is the first 3 that I've actually used in this run, which is actually kind of nice to not have to use so many of them. But yeah, Valk, I didn't know that that's what you went through in 2021. You had never told me that. Here we go. Lunala up to 23. Meowscarada up to 22. Clodsire. Okay. I mean, Confusion almost does it in. Hit itself in Confusion. Nope. Damn. So much speed control is coming in. Like, I don't know if it's just because the level that we're at or what, you know? There we go. We got a Pecha Berry, so that's for any kind of poisoning. We got another fresh water. All right, and we got an X speed. Okay. Not a bad set, really. Got 5 more floors until... Let me go ahead and sell... Sell 2 ethers. Go ahead and grab an ability patch. And use this one on Meowscarada. To Protean. Yes. And this is where we kind of move through it and everything. Because Protean is actually just a really solid ability to have, just in general. Air Slash, take out the bug, easy. Cryogonal, okay. We're gonna hit Moongeist Beam. Yeah, speed fell, that's fine. Followed by Confusion. I don't want to use too many Moongeist Beams. Because I am limited on that. Oh, Gossifleur, okay. Hit the Air Slash. Good stuff. Just done with today at work, dear. Just done with the nonsense. I believe it. Okay, here we go. We got Munchlax. That's lefties. Okay, so. We're going to give the lefties here. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and use a potion on Lunala. Get all the way back up to full so that we have that ability active for less damage. It also means I'll be able to Cosmic Power if I want to. Drampa, okay. We're gonna go Air Slash here. Glare, all right. But we're all the way back to full. Lunala flinched, goddamn. Went for Protect. Hit Twister again. There we go. But we are paralyzed, which is a little bit of an issue. Not gonna lie. Swirlix. Alright. You know what? While we're here, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this to get rid of paralysis. Hit Air Slash. Ooh, Wild Victory Bell has appeared. U-turn, yes. Which we are going to take. We'll take it over Double Team. Muna, all right. And I'm going to save Moongeist Beam. Let it go down to its Sticky Barb. Still stay at full. Got another trainer right here. Thimble. Okay. Just hit Air Slash. Oh, Zorua. Okay. And incoming Axio. Sure. Excalibur with Bite. I want to keep Icy Wind, so nah. Not gonna learn Bite. If it was Crunch, it'd be different, but there we go. And there goes the Zorua. Got a Mago Berry. We've got another Max Revive. That's nice. And a Moo Milk. All right. Good stuff. Got two trainers we got to face here. Okay. Nope, not there. We got one here, and the other one is up on the top. Okay, so we'll take down this one first. Okay, Pikachu and Phantom. Sure. Let's go ahead for Confusion here. And then let's U-turn out. Paralysis. Great. Let's go Icy Wind. Down goes one. Down goes two. And a Cosmic Power to raise those defenses. And Elekid. Okay. Let's just go Breaking Swipe. Attack fell, but it hit the static. Great. That means I'm going to have to use 2 healing items to get rid of the paralysis. Which kind of sucks, I'll be honest. Don't want to have to burn healing items, but sometimes you kind of have to. Turtwig and Tangela. Okay. We're going to hit Turtwig first. And you know what? We will hit U-turn here. Quick Claw with growth. All right, sure. Down goes Turtwig. And Vigoroth. All right. Let's go Icy Wind here. Cosmic Power and Icy Wind. There we go. Keeps going for Uproar, and it's not gonna do anything. Hit the Ice Shard, and the Confusion. Down goes Vigoroth. Okay, we got a fresh water here. Got a Moo Milk, sure. And we got a Dire Hit. I don't like those in battle items, honestly. I think I'm gonna sell all those at the next floor. Or at the next station that I can. Might be my best option, I'll be honest. Sandshrew. Okay. Got the Confusion off in one. Alright, sure. Three-shot the Sandshrew. Because I had nothing that was, like, super effective. We'll just hit Confusion again on the monkey. Almost back to full. And here's Smoliv. Air Slash, one shot, easy. Wants to learn Shadow Ball. No. I need to keep Confusion. As much as Shadow Ball is really good, Moongeist Beam is better. Alright. Floor 25, the first pit boss is here. Cynthia. Okay. So... yeah, screw it. We're just gonna full send Lunala in the front. Marowak to start. Okay, we're gonna hit Cosmic Power. Hit Cosmic Power again. Get our defenses as high as we can. Hit with Confusion, then with Moongeist Beam. Good stuff. Almost back up to full. Ooh. Went for Shadow Snake. That hit. That hurt a lot, but one Moongeist Beam and it's gone. And Garchomp. Alright. Swords Dance Garchomp, sure. Thankfully, I do have Ice Shard in the back. So even if I got taken down, which wasn't gonna happen there, I was doing too much damage and he wasn't doing near enough. I was able to get through that. So, alright, what do we got here? So we can get a Clefable, Dondozo. Honestly, these are bad. These are not good. You know what? We need a fairy type. Let's get Alcremie. Sharply raises target's attack and special attack with Decorate. Yeah, let's do that. And Draining Kiss, Aromatic, raises the special defense of a partner Pokemon. Okay, let's... Charms the foe and sharply reduces its attack. Let's go ahead with Aromatic Mist. Get rid of that for Decorate. Got the Awakening. And we're gonna go ahead and... You know what? We're gonna go ahead and give the Fairy Feather to Alcremie, right? Timid nature with Sweet Veil prevents party from sleep. Okay. Minus attack plus speed. What can we do here for Alcremie? Anything? I mean, I can grab Calm Mind. I could grab Calm Mind for Lunala. Could grab Chilling Water. That's a special attack. I don't think I want to grab D-Dance. I mean, could grab Drain Punch for Alcremie. That would be a Fairy and a Fighting type move. So Fairy is going to cover Fighting, Dark, Dragon. Drain Punch would cover Steel types. And I've got Lunala to cover Poison. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. Decorate along with Drain Punch, I think is going to be a pretty decent combo. And I think we get rid of Charm. I think that's how we play this. Okay, Scovillain and Starmie. So let's go Air Slash here. Let's go Flower Trick. Starmie goes down. Scorbunny. Okay. Let's go Confusion. Let's U-turn. Let's U-turn into Alcremie. So if I'm not mistaken, Alcremie is pretty solidly, like, bulky. Yeah, special defensive and physically defensive and decent HP stat. And is definitely more of a special attacker. But that was a crit. That's double damage on that. Ah, Shroodle. We're actually going to go ahead and catch that, I believe. I actually like Shroodle. Grafai is a really interesting concept to me. Worry Seed? Nah. Not gonna worry about that. Puns. Okay, we got one Pokemon on the floor and one trainer. So let's see, what Pokemon do we have on the floor? Delibird. You know what? Gotta revive. We took the risk and we got it. So I think getting Lunala, Baxcalibur, and Meowscarada was a really good pickup. Like, that made for a really solid foundation. Sneasel and Tinkatank. Okay. So let's go Air Slash. And let's U-turn. Okay. Sweet, I got the Shroodle. Hell yeah. There's the Tinkatank. Electric. Alright, with an air balloon. So let's go Moongeist Beam here. Let's go Icy Wind. Tinkatink is down. Ice Fang. I think I'm gonna keep Ice Shard and Icy Wind. Icy Wind to lower speed as well as to hit 2 at once. Pachirisu, okay. And let's hit Breaking Swipe as well. There we go. Electric goes down. Ice Shard on Pachirisu. Followed by Confusion. There we go. Do I have... No, I don't. So, full heal it is. Unfortunate. Paralysis is just a big problem to deal with, honestly. Punching Glove. Okay, powers up punching moves and removes their contact. Dire Hit and... Hyper Potion. Okay. Rattata and Magneton. We're just gonna hit Moongeist Beam and we're gonna U-turn. Rattata down. Send out Baxcalibur. Golurk, alright. And a Feebas. Okay. Let's go Air Slash and Ice Shard. There we are. Your mom was stronger. Eh. Smeargle with sketch is just obnoxious. Such a pain in the ass. Arctibax, okay. Ouch. That hurt. Breakson. Okay. Just going for speed, really, which is... I mean, Breakson's more of a special attacker, so... I mean, I guess. And down goes the Mudkip. Got a potion. Alright. Got an X attack. I forgot to sell those. Oops. Floor 29. Last one until we can go ahead and heal up and sell some stuff. Just fine. Wormadam. Air Slash it is. I mean, it's neutral, so I mean, I'd be better off with a fire type move, but I don't have any. But he really can't hit me for anything that's solid damage, so I'm really not all too concerned. Porygon Z. Okay. Confusion it is. Thundershock. But two-shot easy. Alcremie wants to learn Acid Armor. Ooh. Nah. Ninetales. Okay. Fairy and Ice type. Oh, I can just hit Moongeist Beam here. Really not all too concerned about it. Double miss on the Blizzard. Sure. Sweet. I ended up catching the Shroodle. Hell yeah. We'll take that. And Samurott. Hit Moongeist Beam again. Almost a one-shot. But I got back up to Shadow Shield again, so I'm not all too concerned. Defensively, Lunala is actually really nice to have. Max Elixir, alright. Hyper Potion, sure. And another Hyper Potion. Alright, I'm getting a lot of heal items, and I'm kind of happy about that. Let me see. Now, what do we want to do here? Is there anything... And I could grab Swords Dance for Baxcalibur, but... doesn't really seem like the way to go just yet. Go Thunder Punch. But right now, the big problem I'm running into is Steel types, Electric types, and Fire types. So... Let me sell a few things. Guard spec gone. X speed gone. X defense gone. Dire hit gone. X spadef gone. X attack gone. Up. AP up. I can go. Yeah, we're gonna go with 2 of those. Up a Moongeist beam. And we're gonna up Flower Trick. And then rare candies. Wants to learn Slash. We'll take that over Seed Bomb, I think. Yeah. We'll take that over Seed Bomb. Just to have the variety. Plus I'm Protean, so I'm gonna get stabbed from anything. So yeah, we'll do that. Greedent. Alright, sure. Victory Bell. Right into an Air Slash. Right into an Air Slash followed by Confusion. That's unfortunate. Moonlight? Nah. I'm not going to learn Moonlight because I do have lefties. I'm going to hit Air Slash. Followed by Moongeist Beam. And then followed by another Air Slash. Ooh, Sucker Punch on the Purloin. Life Orb Purloin also. Alright, sure. We're gonna hit U-turn. Down goes Purloin. And we'll send in Alcremie. But that's the first time I've actually dropped something. Ooh. Two went down to this Greedent. God damn. The Choice Band Greedent? It's the only thing I can think of. Let's go ahead and use Max Revive here. Oh, Wild Voltorb has appeared. Actually, let's go confusion here. Let's just go slash onto Pansage. Toxic spikes. All right. Moongeist beam here. And flower trick. Two layers of toxic spikes. Sure. Moongeist beam. And let's hit flower trick again. There we go. Nobody caught the Voltorb. All right. We got the next guy here, Skuntank and Pikachu, partner Pikachu specifically. So, let's go confusion. And let's go U-turn. Into Baxcalibur. Toxic. Great. All right. So, Ice Shard. Get the priority up. Air Slash Skuntank almost went down, but not quite. Air Slash and Ice Shard. Alright, Skuntank down. Wants to learn Dragon Claw. Ooh, I'm gonna keep Breaking Swipe because it lowers the attack. Yeah, because stat control is really important in something like this. Oh. Alright, I'm not all too concerned because it's a Magikarp. So, use a full restore here on Baxcalibur. Air Slash the Burmy. Magikarp really can't do much of anything. Wants to learn Dazzling Gleam, which we will take over Draining Kiss because I think Drain Punch is just good coverage. And we'll Ice Shard as well. Ice Shard, Confusion. Just because I have the most power points for both of those. Another Assault Vest. Okay. And an Energy Root. Sure. And a Revival Herb. Alright. I'm actually not displeased by that grab. Those grabs were not bad at all. Do what? Okay. Just gonna hit Confusion. My defense fell, sure, but Shift Tree. Okay. Air Slash. Got the flinch. And popped the air balloon. Up to level 36. Grookey. I can just Air Slash again. I've got a lot of elixirs and ethers, so I'm not all too concerned here. There we go. There we are. All right. Ooh, we got a nugget from Golden Go. Good stuff. Free money. Petal and Gothita. Okay. Air slash and bite. Easy. 2 one-shots. Makes my life easier. Executor. Okay. And Breloom. Air slash again. Bite again. U-turn on Masquerada is just really, really nice to have, especially on Protean Masquerada. Having a fast U-turner, it's really hard to turn that down. Rapidash. Okay, Moongeist Beam it is. I need Psychic. Oof. Knock off the lefties. That's not good. Electrode. Okay. It's gonna hit, and it's gonna outspeed, yeah. Masquerada. Let's go Flower Trick.
Now I think I have 10.
Maybe.
Oh, air flow. Do you not have the AC on?
I had turned it up a bit.
I want to turn it down.
So that it was freezing in here when I first got in here, so.
Well, next time leave the fan running. So it's circular. If I don't find you passed out one day.
You're not going to. You won't. And this is the last floor, so I'm not all too concerned. There we go. And I'm actually not going to heal up the other two. If I have to, I do have max revives. But I'm really not all too concerned. So, we're going to U-turn. There's the Indeedee. And Eldegoss, sure. Cotton down. Yeah, not all too concerned about that. Especially with priority. Alright, heal powder, paralyze heal, that's nice to finally have. And a Rostberry, sure. Let me see. What can we do? I think we need psychic. I think that's our first priority. Get rid of confusion. Even though it does have a lot of PowerPoints, it's just does not have the power behind it that we need. Hmm. All right. Now here we go into the next section. Hey, Beb, can you hear me? If you can, would you mind coming here for a second? All right, there goes Watch Roll. And flinch on the Rillaboom. We'll take that. Said Titan. Let's go here and here. Okay. Ice Shard on the Voltorb. Easy. Then down goes to Titan. All right. Got another Moo Moo Milk. Oh, yeah. I'm not surprised. No, I had told so that he that's how he's charging his watch.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I told him you can have it go to sleep, or you can not touch the word of the mouse, the screen will go to sleep, but it'll still charge the watch.
Okay. So, got it.
There we go. Down goes Kingler. And nobody caught the Spritzy. And hit Moongeist Beam on Gastrodon. Followed by an Air Slash. Oh, you got the flinch though. That actually brings us back up to where we want to be. So I'm actually okay with that. There we go. Terrain Extender. Okay, probably won't use that. Etchaberry, sure. And another Heal Powder. Okay, we'll take that. Ooh, okay, Miltank, so that's another Moo Moo Milk. Perfect. And we got 3 that we gotta go against here. Thwackey and Hawlucha. Okay. So, let's go with Psychic here. And let's go U-turn here. Thwackey goes down. Send in back Excalibur. Ooh, Brick Break on that. That hurts. But Lunala's back up. There's Empoleon, okay. And Palma. Sure. Let's go with... Let's go with Psychic here. Let's go Breaking Swipe. Okay, Palmo. Drop the attack. There's the Brine. Air Slash. Followed by Breaking Swipe. Air Slash followed by Glaive Rush. There we are. Wants to learn Night Days. May lower accuracy. You know what? We'll take that over Cosmic Power. We haven't even really used Cosmic Power at all. And having a Dark type coverage is going to be nice. Or at least more Dark type coverage. Let us use a hyper potion here. Here is trainer number 2. At least on this floor, anyway. Ice Cube goes down. Wants to learn recover. Yeah, we'll take that over attract, I think. Clang. Alright. Gotta hit the Moongeist Beam. It's neutral on steel type. Air Slash. There we go. Trubbish. Yeah, that's psychic all day long. All day long. Let's learn Energy Ball. No. And Sock. Once again, that's psychic or air slash either way. Hit the sturdy. Hit bulk up again, but doesn't do it. I don't think he had anything to hit a ghost type with. Takedown? No. And final trainer here. Heyo. There we go. Sprigatito goes down. Send in Alcremie. Air Slash on Dustox. Bug Buzz, sure. And Noibat. Okay. There we go. Dustox goes down. Dazzling Gleam on the Noibat. Takes it out. Arctivish. Sure. Go Night Daze. As well as Drain Punch. There we are. And we got a Dragon Fang, sure. Ganlon Berry. And Charcoal. We don't have any fire type moves, though. That's kind of the big thing that we need, is we need fire. Which I think we can hope for at after floor 50. There we go. One shot psychic. Easy. Crawdaunt. Alright. I'm gonna go for Moongeist Beam. Yeah, that. Ooh, shit. Okay. Just gonna hit Flower Trick. Litten. Can go for Slash. There's the Flamethrower. Yeah, no big surprise there. And down goes Sunkern. Alright. Got a Hyper Potion. We've got a Full Restore. That's nice to get. And a Freshwater. Okay. Not as good, but sure. Let's see. do we have anything? Any fire type moves that we can learn? I mean, we can learn Earthquake. The problem is, I mean, Excalibur is weak to both fire and steel. I might have to. Yeah, because I can't. So I think we're gonna have to sell some stuff and get I think we're gonna have to grab EQ. I think that's realistically our only option. Oh, Wild Machop has appeared in the chat. Hello. Let's see. Wants to learn Earthquake. So yeah, we're gonna teach Earthquake here. And I think we're gonna teach that in place of Icy Wind. I'm not really a special attacker. Definitely more of a physical attacker on Baxcalibur. And we need the coverage. So I think we'll take that. Yeah, that's absolutely okay, bud. Let me see. We got one trainer on this floor. Golduck and Shuppet. Okay. So not really all too concerned here. So let's go Night Days as well as Flower Trick. Flower Trick on the Golduck. That's an easy one-shot. Night Days should one-shot the Shuppet. Yeah, there we go. Sobble. Okay. And Pawmot. You know what? That's actually perfectly fine. Hit Psychic here. Hit Flower Trick again. The good thing about Flower Trick is that it always crits. There's the T-Wave. I do have a Paralyze heal, so I'll be able to get out of that. There we go. And Paralyze heal on Meowscarada. All right, we got a Dire hit, we got an Awakening, and we got another Paralyze heal. Okay, so perfect. Jirachi. Okay, so that's going to be... We're going to go Choice Band. And we are going to give the Choice Band to Meowscarada. We've got one trainer down here at the bottom. Meowscarada is already insanely fast, so it's really good to throw a Choice Band on. Because it allows it to hit physically a lot harder already. Let's hit air slash. Okay, yeah, no. We'll swap in Meowscarada here. Probably on a Dark Pulse, yeah. And we're gonna hit U-turn, hit super hard, one-shot the Umbreon, and go back out into Lunala. Get that little bit of heals back. Tinkatuff, okay. We're gonna hit a Moongeist Beam. It's neutral, but it's stab. I might end up swapping, though, Moongeist Beam out, even though it is 100 base power and 100 accuracy. I might swap it out for, what's it called? For Shadow Ball. Just because Shadow Ball has more power points instead of the just 6 that I have on Moongeist Beam. It is 20 base power less, but there's also the chance for it to lower, I think it's special defense. And having more power points is just kind of objectively better in a game like this. Golisopod. Okay. Hit the air slash. There's the emergency exit. There's the Pignite. And I can hit air slash again. Ooh, assurance. That hurt. And we missed. Great. The one time we missed on that. So I don't know if he's holding like a bright powder or something similar, but here's Golisopod again. Hit air slash. Take that down. And Chinchou. Let's just go for Psychic. Oh, Discharge. Okay. And it got the Paralysis. Discharge again. So I'm going to have to hit a full restore, I believe. Just because otherwise it's going to be more items to use to heal up to full. Full restore, or Soda Pop, Agave Berry, and an Ether. Okay. I don't have one. Oh no, I do have a full restore. I got one. And we are going to use just a regular potion on Meowscarada. Get up to full. Just because it's definitely better to do that. We got 3 trainers on this floor. Okay. I think I'm going to swap Meowscarada to the front after this fight. Rain Dance. Okay. Belly Bolt. Moongeist Beam. Electric Terrain. In the rain. Probably an incoming Thunder from something if it has it. Electric Terrain. Can't sleep. Won't be able to sleep, so we're going to hit Night Daze because that's just a pure Psychic type. There's the Dazzling Gleam. Hit Night Daze again. There we go. And there's the Hariyama. And okay. Endure, Psychic. Hit the air slash. Alright. Switch Meowscarada to the front. Use an elixir on Lunala. Listen to the cats fighting each other because they're in a fucking mood. And take on this next one. There we go. Okay, Rockruff. We're just gonna hit Flower Trick, I think. Along with Psychic. There we go. Dugong goes down. I wasn't sure if I was gonna one-shot, but I guess with the Choice Band. Stealth Rocks. Okay, so no swap. And you know what? We're gonna go with Psychic again because it is a poison type. It is stab, so it's probably better to do that with Venomoth. More likely, I was gonna one-shot instead of using Air Slash. Play Rough. Ooh, you know what? We'll take that over Slash, I think. Just to be able to swap into a fairy type so I can that way I can not be hit as hard by fighting types. I'll still be weak to fire, but it'll allow me a little bit of leeway. It'll allow me a little bit of counterplay to any fighting types that come up. Gotta go for Flower Trick. It's a Politoed. I'm not trusting that it won't have Perish Song. Colossal. Right. Okay. This is where I think I definitely have to swap in to Lunala. Okay, Stealth Rocks. Gonna hit Psychic. It's gonna be a 2-shot no matter what I do. Hit Psychic again. There we go. Eevee. Okay. We'll just go for Night Days. Maybe lower some accuracy. Nope, not quite. Air Slash. Finish the knockout. Do I get back up to full, or am I just short? I'm just short. Okay. Hit Air Slash again. Ooh, Mirror Coat. That's a problem. Let's just hit Moongeist Beam. Get the guaranteed there. All right, Max Elixir, sure. Ice Heal, I mean, all right. And Covert Cloak, okay. All right, well, let me see. Actually, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna use the bathroom right quick. All right. So, get rid of the terrain extender. X special defense, get rid of. Get rid of the icy rock, because I'm never going to use it. All right, and we got 5 more floors until the next pit boss. So, ooh, wow, Lillipup has appeared. Oranguru and Milotic. Okay, so let's go Flower Trick here. Let's go Night Days here. All right, Milotic down in 1. Perfect. Accuracy down. Okay. Teleon, sure. Oranguru with Psychic. U-turn. All right. And back in with Inteleon. So we are going to swap into Baxcalibur and Moongeist Beam, just to avoid some damage. And there's the Ice Shard. Okay. Nobody caught the Lillipup. Aw. Sad day. Wants to learn Ice Beam. No, I like Ice Shard better. 1, I'm a physical attacker, not a special attacker. And 2, let's see. And 2, I need the priority from Ice Shard, honestly. Let's use all of our little potions just to get rid of them all, right? There we go. And we're going to give the muscle band to Meowscarada instead of the choice band, I think. As much as I like choice items, in a situation like this, I think being locked into one specific move is a little bit detrimental. Okay, Cherubi. Let's just U-turn. Get the one shot. Swap into Baxcalibur. Pinsir, okay. We'll hit Glaive Rush. Swords Dance, okay. Then hit Ice Shard. The combination of Glaive Rush and Ice Shard is actually just really, really good. Let's hit Breaking Swipe. Drop the physical attack. There's the Snowscape. Hit Glaive Rush again. Hit the Ice Shard. There we are. Excellent. Heal Powder and an Elixir, followed by Moringa Berry. Okay. Interesting. I've never even heard of that one, so that's new to me. Here we are. Where did you come from? Yes or no? What kind of answer or questioning is that? That's a little bit weird. All right. Orb Beetle and Dugtrio. So let's go Night Slash here. Actually, let's also go Air Slash. Okay. Night Slash takes that out. Good. There's the Iron Head. Archeops. Okay. Let's go Flower Trick. And let's go Moongeist Beam, I think, on Archeops. Because Archeops usually has Defeatist, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, Thrash. God damn. And Finneon. Let's U-turn out on Finneon. And let's just hit Psychic. There we go. Let's hit Ice Shard and Air Slash. Good. We'll take that. Got a hard stone, okay. Got a regular potion, sure. And an X defense, alright. Use the regular potion. Just right there. Alright, floor 48, we've got 3 trainers to get through. This could easily be a problem. Let's go Flower Trick here. Actually, no, let's go Play Rough. And let's go Psychic. Down goes Dracovish to 1 Play Rough. And down goes Ghastly to 1 Psychic. Good. Thievel and Weasel. Yes, please, dear. Yes, please. Let's go Play Rough and yeah, I'll just go Psychic. Foul play. Holy shit. Okay. Sucker Punch on the Lunala, of course. Just 8 is fine. And that's the first max revive that I'm going to have to use in a while. Wonder what Magikarps taste like, of course. Durant and Magnemite. Okay, so we are going to U-turn out and Air Slash. All right, down goes Durant. Steelix, sure. All right. So this is where EQ comes in. And Psychic. Break any kind of sturdy. There's the Iron Tail. Yeah, Baxcalibur goes down. About 6. All right. And Vibrava. Okay. So we're going to hit Flower Trick. And Moongeist Beam. There we go. Down goes Steelix. Down goes Vibrava. Good stuff. Wants to learn Knockoff? No. Knockoff is great, but it's not what I want to... It's not what I want to run right now. Okay, so we're going to use a regular revive on Baxcalibur. And then we'll use a Moo Moo Milk because we have a butt ton of them. Followed with a freshwater here on Lunala. Good stuff, good stuff. Archon, okay. Let's just go Flower Trick. Almost got the one shot. Focus Sash with a Tailwind. Endeavor. Wow. Okay. Entrainment, no. Kadabra. Ammonite. Hit the Flower Trick. Quad effective. And Gigalith. Hit Flower Trick again. Sturdy. Followed by a Rock Slide. Bring in the Alcremie. And just hit the Drain Punch. There we go. The one downside about Meowscarada is its defenses are horrible. We got a full restore, okay. And a Flame Orb. Alright, so I have to use another regular revive here, which kind of sucks. Followed by Moo Moo Milk, okay. I need to pick up more revives. That's kind of what's necessary on these next couple of ones. I wasn't expecting the Tailwind Endeavor. Feel. Okay. Let's hit Flower Trick. That should one-shot. Yep. Well, I wasn't expecting the Focus Sash Endeavor anyway. Zebstrika. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, let's go with Baxcalibur. There we go. It was low enough for a priority. Hit Ice Shard. Ooh, Safeguard. And Barboach. Okay. There we go. Oh, there it is. There we are. There's a flower trick, hit the psychic. That's going to be 2 one-shots. Toxel, alright. And Electrode. Okay. We're going to hit U-turn and Psychic again. Yeah, Seed Bomb, sure. Electrode down to 1. Toxel is down, and I can just hit a Ice Shard to finish that off. There we go. Ooh, Wild Loudred appears. Pokecatch, Ultra Ball. Alright, we got a Freshwater. Got a Max Potion. And we've got a Max Elixir, sure. Everything is healed up now. And we're here. So, Bugsy. Alright. Hit boss number 2 is a Bugsy. That's interesting. Whiscash and a Crobat. You know? I'm not upset about it. Flower Trick, quad effective on Whiscash. Whiscash goes down. Yep, Venoshock, no big surprise there. But Crobat goes down in 1. Dedenne, okay. So let's go ahead and hit Flower Trick here. And Air Slash. Mega Scizor incoming. Alright, sure. Flower Trick on the Dedenne. Got the crit, 1-shot. Needed that 1-shot, honestly. And now we can double into Scizor relatively simply. Yep, there's the knockoff. Come in, Baxcalibur. And this is where I can hit a Breaking Swipe and a Moongeist Beam. Boom. Easy. There we go. Now, the big thing we need is a Fire type. And that's to deal with the Steel types that we've had problems with. But there's a Hoopa Unbound. Oh my god. That's... That's another Dark type. Okay. Honestly, though, I think Hoopa Unbound is the better... Well, actually, we go Charmander. We can evolve it almost immediately into Charizard. That's a Fire type and a Flying type, both of which we need. I think I have to pass on the Hoopa Unbound. I think I have to go with Charmander here. I think I just have to. So... Alright, we got a Mega Ring. Move Relearner. Let's see what we got on Charmander. So, Flamethrower, yes, immediately. Take it over Inferno, honestly. Let's go with... We'll take Slash. Take that over Scary Face. We'll also take Shadow Ball over Moongeist Beam because it's almost 3 times as many power points. So, I mean, realistically, we kind of have to here. And we needed the fire type. Just straight up, we needed the fire type. I'm not going to risk for a 3rd time with Delibird. I mean, what else? What do you want me to say?
No, nothing. I just love the fact you knew what I was asking, brownie or no, and then
Yeah.
8 or 16.
I figured it out relatively quickly, love.
Yeah.
Gia, what up, dude? Welcome back.
Hi, babes. I got pasta.
Okay.
If I get a piece.
Okay. Just got yourself a...
I got a small pasta.
Okay.
Actual.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Been here in the background. Okay, I feel that. Don't be rude. Ooh, a Lechonk. Into Quilladin. Okay, sure. She likes to be a troll. What can we do, you know? Down goes a Lechonk. Hit the Shadow Ball on the Togetic. Losing your train of thought as a conductor, that's wild, bro. That's wild, man. I think that's like an oxymoron, you know? To lose your train of thought as a train driver. Let's see. Okay, rare candy. We'd use that on Charmander. There we go. We're gonna get Charmeleon here. Had some right weird stories at work. Fell asleep at the station once on night shift. Oh, damn. God damn, my dude. We are also farther than we've ever been in this version of the pit. I think the farthest I ever made it before was floor 47. Flareon, okay. Just gonna U-turn on out. Into Charmeleon. Had 15-minute wait on the train, so decided to have a quick power nap. God damn. Ooh, holy shit, that Flare Blitz hurt. Hit the Slash, and... Okay. Okay, I'm not pleased with how that went. Flareon is just an absolute nightmare. Because solid physical attacker, and not really much I could do about it. Crocalor. Okay. There we go. Dude. Trevor said that was 5 minutes ago. Oh shit. God damn, man. Like, what can you do in a situation like that, you know? Okay, Crocodile. Here we go. Hit Flower Trick. It always crits. But, I mean, I'm smacked by a Thrash. But I can swap into Lunala to avoid any Thrash shenanigans. Just go for Shadow Ball. Once he's locked into Thrash, there's nothing he can do. Moonblast. Ooh. You know what? I think we take Moonblast over Air Slash because we now have a Fire type and soon a Fire Flying type, so... I mean, hell yeah, dude. Let's go Shadow Ball. Oh, Protect, okay. That lets me up almost to full, so... Leech Life. There we go. And Haxorus. Which I can just hit a Moonblast, and that should one-shot. There we are. Perfect. Now, I am going to be very lazy about this because I got multiple to heal. So I'm just going to use a Sacred Ash because that's going to heal up the entirety of the squad. We still got 3 that we have to face on here, so that's kind of nutty. Rhyperior. Okay, I can just Flower Trick this. Stab, Quad, super effective. Delmise. I'm just going to hit Night Slash. Citrus Berry, Anchor Shot. Okay. Ooh, almost. Wants to learn Crunch. Ooh. You know what? We're going to take Crunch over Breaking Swipe. Decidueye. Okay. I'm just going to U-turn out. And I'm going to U-turn into Lunala, I think. Yeah, Leaf Blade. Not really a whole lot it's doing there. And we'll just hit a Psychic. Sucker Punch, that hurts so much. But thankfully, I'm bulky as all hell. Seismitoad, okay. Let's go Shadow Ball. Cottony, okay, sure. One shot. And Seismitoad comes back in. I guess he doesn't have anything for me. Yeah, Aqua Ring doesn't really do enough. There we go. Might have only had like Body Slam or something. And here we go. Charmeleon is evolving. We'll get the Mega Charizard Y instead of X. Because Drought is just so good with it. And then I could probably throw Solar Beam. Air Slash, we're going to take over Fire Spin. I've got a lot of healing items, so we're going to go Hyper Potion on Lunala. We'll go 2 Lemonades on Meowscarada. There we go. And what item did... Okay, just a potion. That's fine. We can give a different item to Charizard. So I think we're going to give him the charcoal. That's just going to be really, really good to use. Here we are. Shelgon and Seal. Okay. So that's actually relatively easy. Ooh, Wild Marill has appeared. Use exclamation point Pokecatch. Go ahead and do it, people. Let's hit Flower Trick. And let's hit Moonblast. So Seal's going to go down. Shelgon is guaranteed to go down here. Unless he has a Focus Sash, which he does not. Copperajah. Okay. And Apom. Sure. Let's just U-turn out. And let's hit Psychic. We'll swap into Charizard, I think. Yeah. All right, so Flamethrower here. And let's go Moonblast on the Apom. There we go. Copperajah is down. Lungit's Twisted Spoon. Okay, sure. And here's Obstagoon. So we'll just go Flamethrower and Moonblast. There we are. And that's easy. Yeah, that takes everybody down. Oh, shit. There we go. All right. And everybody is relatively healthy. I'm going to heal up Charizard just a wee bit. Because I have a bunch of small heals. So get him just at least close. I'm not super worried about it, honestly. There we go. Fennekin and Sneasler. Okay. And on Fennekin, let's just go Night Slash, and then we'll go Psychic on Sneasler. Change it to a Dark type. Brick Break almost one-shots, but it doesn't. Sneasler goes down. Maschiff, which is a Dark type, I believe. Houndstone, which is Ghost type. So let's U-turn on the Maschiff. Let's Shadow Ball the Houndstone. Yeah, do that. Swap into Charizard here. And Wugtrio. Okay. Air Slash and Shadow Ball. Yeah, triple dive. No big surprise on that. Flower Trick on the Wugtrio. It needs to go down first. Shadow Ball on the Maschiff for the final. Easy. Alright. We'll use energy root. And then we will use a Moo Moo milk as well. Got a citrus berry, okay. Another punching glove and heavy duty boots. All right. Only one trainer on this floor. Okay, the last floor was ridiculous with having as many trainers as it did. Like, that was absolutely insane. And you never know when you're going to run into something like that either, which kind of sucks. All right, let's go Flower Trick. Let's get Sandaconda out of here. Let's go Night Days as well. There we go. There goes Sandaconda. But we did kick up a Sandstorm, unfortunately. Inferno? No. Poochyena. Okay. Hit the Flower Trick here. Hit the Moonblast. There's the Sucker Punch. That's fine. Moonblast on Poochyena. Get that out of here. Ironhead. That hurts. Wailord. Gotta get that out of here. Gotta hit the Psychic as well. There we go. Bastiodon is gone. That's a defensive wall that's a problem. Grassy terrain, no. And Purugly. Okay, so we are going to U-turn out. And we're going to go into Baxcalibur because Baxcalibur is bulky. We want that bulk. Yeah. And we're going to hit Ice Shard. And we'll hit Moonblast. There we go. Got an Ether, alright. We got another set of lefties. And a rare candy. Okay, so gonna use a Moo Moo Milk here. And here. And then a fresh water here. We are actually going to give the Assault Vest and we are also going to give yeah, we're gonna give the lefties to Charizard because we need a little bit of healing on Charizard because we don't have any ability to heal anything on him. So let's see what we get, right? Ooh. You know what? Let's U-turn out. And let's hit Moonblast. Let's swap for Alcremie. Night Days on Chatot, good, that's gone. Drain Punch on Lycanroc, that's gone, and I'm almost back to full. Perfect. Ferrothorn, okay, and Kamala. We're gonna hit. We're gonna hit Decorate, and we are also going to hit Moonblast here. I think that's gonna be the way to go, right? Oof, that Gyro Ball. Okay. Shadow Ball on Ferrothorn, good. Drain Punch on Kamala. There we got. And Fletchling. Night Days on Fletchling, down it goes. Perfect. Revival Herb. But I think Decorate is just not going to be the way to go anymore. So let's go to the move relearner. Let's swap that off for let's go for Acid Armor instead of Decorate. There we go. Do that. And okay, so we got to sell some stuff. So let's go ahead. Poison Barb, gone. Wide Lens, gone. Adrenaline Orb, gone. Protective Pads, gone. Quick Claw, out of here. Eject Pack, yeah, that's gone. Expert Belt, gone. Zoom Lens, out of here. Punching Glove, got 2 of them to go bye-bye. Toxic Orb, get that out of here. Dragon Fang, get that out of here. Choice Band can go. Covert Cloak can go. Hard Stone can go. X Defense can go. Flame Orb can go. Miracle Seed can go. Heavy Duty Boots, yeah, we'll get that out of here. Charcoal, hate to say it, but that can leave. And I guess the Muscle Band too. And we need Mega Charizard Y. Give that here, and we'll hold on to the lefties in the back pocket for the time being. All right. Floor 56. Got 2 trainers on this floor. Cosmoem, okay. Didn't know what was coming in, so we'll swap there, and we'll swap in Alcremie. Duraludon. Okay. Flash Cannon on Duraludon, sure. Does outspeed, nothing I can do about that. Flygon. EQ. Does take it down. Kind of unfortunate, but what can you do, right? U-turn again, almost to a one-shot. Uproar, okay. Okay. So, Mega Ring. Drought. There we go. And Voltorb, sure. Here's Discharge. Yeah. There we are. Pumpkaboo. Hit Night Slash on the Pumpkaboo. Hit Night Slash again. Nobody caught the Dwebble. That's kind of surprising. And here's Cosmoem. Super tanky. Doesn't have any moves, though. Now, here's a little trick that I don't think many people are aware of. If you use a rare candy on a fainted Pokemon, it works like a revive. So, in case you are ever in a situation where all you have is rare candies, just be aware that that is a completely viable option. There we go. Why do these people keep asking what Magikarps taste like? I mean, I understand there's only so many things that you can actually like go into, but still. We'll go into Charizard here on the Butterfree. Bug Buzz, yeah. Mega Charizard Y brings out the Drought. Hits the Flamethrower. There we go. Swanna, okay. Brave Bird Swanna, that hurts. Zangoose, okay. Close Combat Zangoose, sure. Back in Swanna, and we are going to swap out for Baxcalibur. I wasn't aware that Swanna would outspeed, so I thought I had a mostly free hit, but I guess I did not. Hit EQ on Charcadet, easy one shot, and Dwebble to finish it off. Okay, we're gonna hit EQ also. Rock Wrecker, god damn. Hit EQ again. That's insane. Okay, so we do have to use some healing items again. Gonna use a hyper potion. On both. I'm gonna use this super potion as well. Just to get Meowscarada all the way back up to full. Got an X speed, okay. Got a max potion again, sure, I'm happy with that. And another Moo Moo Milk. We're always happy with Moo Moo Milks. Flat 100 HP gain is just really nice to have. Leafeon, alright, so this is where we're going to U-turn. And we're going to go into Baxcalibur. Quad resist. And I have a better... definitely have a type advantage there. I mean, either way I would have, but it's just a solid option. Okay, yep. I thought Baxcalibur would be a little bit slower. I was wrong. Girafarig, okay. Hit the crunch. There we go. One shot. Perfect. Nidoking, okay. Let's go EQ. There we are. Perfect. And a Horsey. Okay. Let's go EQ again. Horsey's not super good. Hurt by its sticky barb. Okay. Starting to go through these healing items much faster than I have the entire game, and it's making me nervous. It's really making me nervous. But nothing I can really do about it. I just kind of have to live with it, you know? You know what? Let's go play rough first. Yep. Swapped right in at the perfect time to get rid of the explosion. Oh, we love that. Let's go Shadow Ball. Sunny day, okay. And then Psychic. There's Lapras, okay. Well, let's go Shadow Ball again. Almost. Just gonna switch around for a bit. Yeah, no problem. Much love, my dude. I always appreciate you hanging out. Basculegion, okay. We're gonna hit Shadow Ball again. Wave Crash, that's painful. But, thankfully, pretty bulky. Phantom Force, nah. Not gonna learn it. And it's mostly because of PowerPoints. It's not enough uses for a deal like this, so. There we go. Lunala already struggles with PowerPoint problems, so. Lepa Berry, alright. Alright, floor 58. And we got 3 trainers on this floor, so it's a little concerning. Jangmo, okay. Let's just hit a play rough. Tinkaton. Alright. U-turn. Fake out. Bastard. U-turn into Charizard. Skitter Smack ain't gonna do nothing. Special attack fell. But Mega Charizard, Drought. Can't knock off the Mega Stone when it's active. And Flamethrower. Huntail. Alright. Got the flinch. That's good. There we go. And we had the range. That's what we like to see. Rowlet. Alright. Flamethrower again. Alakazam. Alright. Gonna have to go Slash here. Psychic. Goddamn. And swap in a Meowscarada. Probably gonna hit a Psychic again. Yeah. There we go. Wants to learn Icicle Crash. No. There we are. Use a Hyper Potion here. Fresh water. All right, here we are. Got the next one. Angoro and Meowth. All right, so let's hit Play Rough here. Let's hit Moonblast. There we go. Play Rough on the Pangoro, that's great. Moonblast should take it out. Yep, it does. That's what we like to see. Tentacruel, okay. And Gloom. All right. So we are going to U-turn here, and we are going to Psychic as well. Down goes Tentacruel, perfect. Grassy terrain, not even concerned about that. And a Geodude, all right. Flamethrower. And let's go Psychic. There we are. And final one on this floor. Leavanny and Loudred, okay. So let's go ahead with let's U-turn here. And let's Moonblast there. Okay, Leavanny back down on 1. Send in back Excalibur. Moonblast on Loudred. Okay. X-Scissor didn't really do much. Ice Shard. Let's hit Night Daze as well. Primarina. Okay. Let's hit Shadow Ball and then EQ. Boom. Thank you, my love. Leaf Storm? No. Alright, Esper, Shuckle. Alright. Crunch it is. And let's just go Shadow Ball. Alright, Esper goes down. Shuckle can't do much. Mostly because it's very weak and very slow. So special defense drop and Glaive Rush to finish it off. We'll take that. That's perfect. I do need to get something to drink though. I'll be honest. Although I'm kind of in the zone at the moment, so I really don't want to leave. Floor 59. What are we at for health? Excalibur's a little bit low, but I think we're going to be all right. I don't want to use a healing item unless I have to here. Especially because we were one floor away from free heals. Flapple, okay. Let's just go play rough. There we go. Cinderace, okay. So you turn out here. Rocky Helmet, alright. Send in Charizard. Let's go Air Slash. It doesn't make contact. There's the double edge. Cinderace goes down. Perfect. T-Tar. Okay. Let's shift into Nala here. On the Thrash, too. That's perfect. I couldn't have asked for better there. And we're going to go Moonblast. Ducklet. Okay. We'll just go Shadow Ball. I guess he's Choice Banded T-Tar. Nidoran. Doesn't do anything to me. Unless T-Tar just can't hit me, which is a distinct possibility. Yeah, it's got Sandstorm. It's got Thrash. I don't know what else it has. There we go. We've got one more trainer to go after, and it's right here. Perfect. Perfect. Tortuga, okay. Which, Flower Trick. Quad effective. Easy one-shot. Delphox. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Night Slash. But You know what? I'm gonna let Meowscarada. Actually, yeah, we're gonna swap out for Lunala, I think. It might be Choice Scarfed. Yeah, I think it's Choice Scarfed. Mm-hmm. Definitely a Choice Scarf considering the speed. Because Delphox is usually not that fast. And especially because it outsped the Meowscarada. Let's go Psychic here. Blizzard? Okay, sure. I mean, I'm really bulky on the special side, so I'm not all too concerned about that. And Beartic is really not a special attacker. I'm pretty sure it's a physical attacker. Shadow Ball takes down the Numel. Meltan. Okay. And let's hit Shadow Ball again. One shot. Perfect. And we got a burn heal. We've got another max potion. We need those healing items. And another max revive. We definitely need that. Perfect. All right. Now let's see. What do we have? Hmm. Hmm. Let's go Rock Slide. So we're going to take Rock Slide, I think. So let's sell... What do we got here? I think we do need the Rock type for coverage. So let's go with Rock Slide. That'll also be useful against fire types, which is kind of my biggest weakness right now. And I think we're going to get rid of Flare Blitz. Flamethrower is just better objectively. So, especially on Mega Charizard Y, but having the coverage is going to be really nice to have. Move Relearner, what can we get? Anything? I mean, I can do Dragon Claw as well. Can do that over Slash, I think. Yeah, higher base power, more coverage. Slash is decent just as a blanket, but having a little bit more power on it is just a better option altogether. So we'll do that. I think Alcremia is our weakest link here. So let's get rid... Actually, So let's get rid of Alcremie. It's definitely our weakest link, like all things considered. Like, yes, it is an immunity, and having a fairy type is always nice, but with Protean, I can swap over for it. And getting electric isn't bad. I'm not super upset by that. It's definitely still our weakest. But we have 2 rare candies, so we can get it fully evolved into Ampharos. So I'm really not upset about that. Plus, having more electric type coverage is just objectively good. Plus another special attacker. So that's 2 physical attackers, 3 special attackers. Or at the very least, it's 1 mixed attacker. 2 special, 2 physical. I think I can live with that. Let's learn Thunder Punch. Um, Nah, we're not gonna learn Thunder Punch. But we are gonna give the lefties 2 Ampharos. So I'm glad I held on to that. Revavroom. Okay. Gonna U-turn out. Send in Lunala. Hit it with a Psychic. One-shot the Muck. Revavroom is back in. Hit Psychic again. Almost a one-shot. Boom, there we go. Take that. Audino, okay. Gonna hit Moonblast. Special attack fell. There's the Misty Terrain. Which, honestly, that's gonna give me a boost in power to Moonblast anyway, so I'm not upset. Special attack fell. Hit Shadow Ball here. Down goes Litwick. Here's Gulpin. Psychic. One shot. Easy. And here's Audino, and I'm just going to hit Night Days. There we go. Got a potion, we got a zoom lens, and we got an energy root. Okay. Only 1 trainer on this floor. It's the only thing on it. Good. We like having less people on here. Magby, okay. We're gonna U-turn. And we're gonna go into Charizard. Probably going for a fire type move. Yep. Doesn't really do that much. Go for Rock Slide. There we are. Squawkabilly with Intimidate. Okay. And we'll hit Rock Slide again, I think. There's a Brave Bird. That hurts. Okay. Brave Bird again. God damn. So that's not good. Bringing back Excalibur. Honestly, it might be Choice Scarfed or Squawkabilly's just stupidly fast. Not entirely sure which. Hit EQ. Tentacle goes down in 1. Perfect. Watchog. Hit EQ again. Slam. Not great. Hit Ice Shard. And Rotom Wash. Okay. Hit the Glaive Rush. Ooh. And then Ice Shard. There we are. I'm going to use one of the Revival Herbs on Charizard. And we will also use an Energy Powder on Excalibur. Yeah, there we are. You take that. Got a Guard Spec, I can sell that. X Speed, I can sell that. It's 2 wasted. And another. So this whole floor was essentially just wasted. Chansey. Got. Okay, so we're gonna have a free heal here. All right, there's the Flower Trick. And, okay, so down goes both of them. Dreepy, okay. And a Zweilous. So we're going to hit Play Rough here. And we'll hit Shadow Ball here. Yeah, quick attack, not worried about that. Zweilous goes down in 1. Shadow Ball, Dreepy goes down in 1. Hoot Hoot, okay. Night Slash, crit 1 shot. We got another trainer here. Torkoal, okay. You turn out. And we'll go into Lunala. Yeah, Heat Wave. Got the burn, which really isn't a big deal considering I am a special attacker. Gonna hit the Shadow Ball. Almost got the 1 shot. Very close to it. Hit the Shadow Ball again. I'm not worried really about the burn. I'm healing off about as much as I'm getting burned. Yeah, I'm healing exactly as much. So. Liquidation, though. Almost had the range on the Quaxley, or the Quaxwell, whatever. Vespiquen with pressure. Let's go Shadow Ball. There's the attack order. Hit Shadow Ball again. Delibird. gonna hit Moonblast, I think. There we go. $69. Nice. And Metatite. Okay, Shadow Ball it is. I'll take the stab Shadow Ball. And we will heal Lunala here. Antidote. Antidote. And Guard Spec. The Guard Spec is essentially useless. At least in my opinion. I don't like using them. It wastes a turn. It doesn't really boost what I want it to be. If it gave it like +3, I think it would be worth it, but it doesn't, so. Okay, Flower Trick it is, and then let's just go Shadow Ball here. So Roggenrola holds on with Sturdy, holds on with a Focus Band. U-turn. Send in Excalibur, I think. And Volibee. Okay. Let's go Ice Shard here. Night Days here. There we are. Nasty Plot on Volibee. Okay, that's really not a big deal. Florges. And let's go Shadow Ball. So Volibee is down. Shadow Ball on Florges doesn't do a whole lot. Special defense drop. Yep, Moonblast is going to hurt. Knew that was going to happen. Let's go Ice Shard Psychic. There we go. Florges is down. Was kind of worried about the fairy type, but now not so much. Let's go Ice Shard Shadow Ball, although Ice Shard should almost take it out. So there we go. Sandygast is down. Perfect. And we got an Elixir. We got a Hyper Potion. Good. That's what I would like to see. And an Antidote. All right. Now, this is where Ampharos is going to be able to shine. So, Power Gem. She will take over Light Screen. We'll also take Dragon Pulse. Over Cotton Guard. Then we need Thunderbolt is 8k. Okay. So Guard spec is gone. X speed is gone. And back to Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt, we are taking over Thunder. Because, yeah, we are definitely a special attacker. We're slow, but we're pretty bulky. Up defense, so 154 defense, 147 special defense, 179 special attack with static. So we can run that. Floor 66. We're running on a tear, honestly. I just need to not be stupid about it. Fire Rock, we're going to U-turn out. And we're going to go into Lunala. Raging Fury, crit. But let's go for Shadow Ball here. Raging Fury again. Got confused. Hit Shadow Ball again. Down goes Hisui and Arcanine. War Turtle, okay. Hit Psychic. There's the one shot. It's crit. Don't know if that crit mattered, but I'll take it. Lombre, okay. I'm gonna hit Psychic again, honestly. All right. There's the Hydro Pump. Crit Hydro Pump, even. With lefties. Hit Shadow Ball. There we go. Dream Eater, no. I don't have anything to put anything to sleep, so. Hit the Shadow Ball on the Beautifly. Almost a one-shot. Hit the Moonblast now. And Mienfoo. So, fighting type. I'm gonna use Moonblast just because I have more power points of it. Burn Heal. Assault Vest. That's nice. And Revival Herb. Okay, so. Let's use a Max Potion on Lunala because 303 health is nuts. Okay, we got two trainers here. Hippopotas, okay, with Sandstream. We're just gonna hit Flower Trick. There's the one shot on the crit. Gardevoir, okay. Let's go Night Slash. Nope. U-turn out. And we will go into... We'll go into Ampharos. And we'll go into Thunderbolt. Runerigus, okay. Got by the future sight. And we're going to swap. EQ, doesn't do a whole lot. Gonna hit Night Slash. Wandering Spirit and Protein. Okay. Damn. Okay. Okay, Stantler, I'm going Mega. Don't care about physical. Hit the Flamethrower with Drought Boost. Incursion. Hit Flamethrower again. There we go. There's Gardevoir. Hit Flamethrower, take that out. And here's Runerigus again, which will go back into Flamethrower. Alright, now I have to use a Revival Herb here. And then I have to use like a Hyper Potion, I believe, on Ampharos. I don't want to waste a Max Potion. Or a full restore unless I have to, so go ahead and do that. Ursaluna, okay, let's hit Flower Trick. Almost. There's the Thrash. Flower Trick again. Liepard, okay. U-turn. Sucker Punch. God damn it. Incoming Baxcalibur. Play rough, but I'm going to hit EQ. And Ice Shard. Scavalier, okay. Hit the EQ. That hurts. Hit EQ again. Didn't get the KO. I was just out of range for that. It's kind of unfortunate, though. Hit Shadow Ball. Starly. Okay. Hit Psychic. There's the one shot. Surskit. Hit the Moonblast. Sticky Web, okay. Got a Super Potion, we've got a Focus Band, and a Soda Pop. Okay, so some healing items. Floor 68, we got 2 on here, and... Ooh, we're running low on revives, so... So I definitely have to be careful. U-turn one shot. Let's go into Lunala here. Just for the defense. Muck, okay. You know what, let's go Moonblast. Lowered the special attack. That's fine. Shadow Ball. Gunk Shot really doesn't do much. Special attack drop again. There's another Gunk Shot. Type Null. Okay. Let's hit Psychic here. Oh, it doesn't affect type. I forgot about that. I'm stupid. I did a dumb thing. Accuracy fell. There's Iron Head again. Hit Moonblast. Finish off the type Null. Oh, Wild Vileplume escaped. Sad day. Stone Journer. Okay. Let's just hit Shadow Ball. One shot. We'll take that. And Wooper. Hit the Psychic. There's the one shot. Perfect. And the other person is down here. Okay. Avalugg and Granbull. All right. So let's U-turn. It's U-turn and Shadow Ball. There we go. Mega Charizard with the Drought, Shadow Ball onto Avalugg. And Granbull should be super effective against it. There we go. And Pheasant and Walrein. Okay. So let's swap here. And let's go Shadow Ball on the Walrein, I think. I don't think Unfezant's going to be able to do that much. Body Slam with Paralysis. Okay. Let's go Ice Shard here. Let's go Psychic here. There's the Sky Attack. Didn't really do that much. And there's Beldum. Okay. Let's Ice Shard again. Let's Shadow Ball. Paralysis. Damn. Beldum goes down though. And Pheasant with Tailwind. Ice Shard and Night Daze. There we go. And Pheasant is gone. Mental Herb, Binding Band, and Slackberry. Now let's go ahead and use Energy Root on Charizard. A Super Potion on Lunala. And let's use a Paralyze Heal on Baxcalibur. Followed by Followed by a potion. All right, we got one trainer here. Just the one. Hill tank. Okay. Let's hit Flower Trick. Play rough. All right, yeah, I'm good. Swap. Okay. Flower Trick on Sizzlipede. U-turn here. Into Charizard. Fire Lash does nothing really. Mega Charizard, Drought, and Air Slash. Boom, there we go. Archaludon, okay. Let's hit Flamethrower. There we go, one shot, perfect. That's what we like to see. Okay, and I missed it. Damn. Hit the Rock Slide. Almost, but we got the flinch. Flamethrower. Not very effective, but we take it. Miltank is faster for no good reason. Into Lunala. Miltank goes down. And Duskull. Shadow Ball. Easy. That brings us to floor 70 at a healing station. There's a max potion. There's an elixir. And there's a soda pop. Okay. And you know what? I'm not going to pick up anything. I think I'm going to leave it. I think we're just going to go head on straight to the next floor. At floor 71. Got to take on the little tuber. Skiploom and Chestnut. Okay. So, let's go play rough here. And let's go Shadow Ball. Eject button, okay. Shadow Ball it is. Skiploom's almost dead. And came out. Let's Flower Trick. And let's Psychic. Rhyhorn down in 1. Easy. Darmanitan, okay. And Kabuto. Alright, so it's Flower Trick, and you know what? Let's Shadow Ball here. Okay, special defense got lowered. Eject pack switched out. I'm not upset by any of that. And let's hit Play Rough as well as Moonblast. There we go. Boom. All the eject packs were actually really helpful. Okay. Stat lowering is prevented for the item's holder. Nice. We've got a Pokemon here somewhere. So what do we have is the question. Okay, so healing all statuses for Chimecho. It uses Heal Bell and all statuses are handled, which is nice. Cloyster and Brione. All right. So let's run Flower Trick. And you know what? We're going to go Psychic. Ooh, a Wild Unfazant. If anybody wants to catch that, exclamation point Pokecatch in the chat, y'all. Noivern, okay. And Mismagius. Alright. So we're going to go Night Slash here. And we're going to go Moonblast here. Mismagius with Mystical Fire, of course. Alright, and we're going to go Flower Trick. There we go. There's the Hurricane. Because Noivern is just super fast for no good reason. Oh, we can just play rough. And a Moonblast. It doesn't take it out. But it does. So we're good. Super Potion. Lemonade. And a Soda Pop. Thank you, dear. Why do you feel like a fat ass? Because you're eating dinner? That don't make sense on why you would feel like a fat ass for that. Here we go. Flower Trick and Cloth, Anger Shell, Rock Slide. Ooh, shit. Ate almost all of it? Good. You needed to eat. The Net Trick. Alright, we're gonna U-turn out. Into Ampharos. Electric Terrain, okay. Ready for a nap. Fair. Raichu, okay. It is not bedtime yet. Mara, okay. I hit Power Gem here. Went for Hyper Beam. Okay. Borderlands 4, back to the first one. Okay. Yeah. There we go. There goes Amara. Arrokuda. Let's go EQ. There we go. Down goes Arrokuda. Got an Air Balloon. Okay. Hyper Potion. And Dire Hit. Okay. Gonna skip 2 floors, and we got healed. Alright, perfect. Watson. Alright, you know what? We're on pit boss number 3. Which is definitely the farthest I've ever been. Ooh, King Gambit. You turn out. Quick Claw activation. Okay. Got the flinch. Withdrew. Seismitoad. Okay. Send in Meowscarada. Muddy Water does nothing to me. Flower Trick onto Seismitoad. Get the KO. We are slightly underleveled because of it, but that's fine. Send in Lunala. Quick Claw, Ironhead. A little bit of a problem. Not gonna lie. Got used to how 4 plays, now I have to remember how the first one is. Yeah. That's kind of the downside, isn't it? Go-Goat. Okay. Let's just go Psychic, I guess. Beef Blade, sure. Shadow Ball? Not quite. I mean, Go-Goat is a ridiculously chunky boy for no good reason. Full Restore. Okay. And let's go into Baxcalibur. Horn Leech, yeah, it does next to nothing. And going for Ice Shard. There we are. Perfect. Drifloon. Okay. That's easy going for Grunt Explosion. Okay. And Manectric to finish it off. All right. Mega Manectric, rather. Signal Beam. Not even close to enough. Gonna go. It's definitely going down to 1 EQ, though. There we go. Got past Watson. So now, what do we have? Okay, so we've got some options. Toxtricity, Heracross, Kyurem. Ooh. I think I have to go Kyurem. Although I already have an Ice Dragon type. This is tough. But I could go Mega Kangaskhan. Yeah, I think we're going to go Mega Kangaskhan. I already have an Ice Dragon. Mega Kangaskhanite. All right, Kangaskhan, what do you got? All right, fake out, yes. Because on Mega Kangaskhan, that shit is broken. Crunch, we're going to take over Reversal. And Headbutt, which we will take over Outrage. All right, now we are in the final stretch. Whew. This is gonna be interesting. Slowking and Darkspawn. All right, so you're going to U-turn. And Shadow Ball. Into Kangaskhan. There we go. Galarian Moltres. All right. Mega Kangaskhan. Hitting the fake out. Moltres flinched. Missed the Hurricane. Hell yeah. Samurott. Sure. Down goes Moltres. Good. Nah, not gonna learn Wide Guard. Hit the Moonblast. Almost got it in one. Emolga, okay. Defense drop, Volt Switch. Okay. Samurott is down. There is Emolga, which we are going to hit with Night Slash. Down goes Ladybug. All right. Have to use the max revive. I tried to stay in too long with Mega Kangaskhan, and I really shouldn't have. That was a bad play on my part. It was a really bad play on my part. I shouldn't have done it. Oh, Wild Arctozolt has appeared in the chat. Okay, Diglett and Fido. So let's hit Flower Trick here. And let's just go Shadow Ball. There we go. Altaria and Weavile. All right. So let's U-turn here and use Moonblast here. Send in Ampharos. Down goes Lunala. That's a problem. That's a problem. I should have swapped out Lunala, and I don't know why I didn't. For Fire and Love Disc. Okay. Let's go Thunderbolt, and let's go Flower Trick. Down goes Love Disc. There's a Gunk Shot. Holy shit, Meowscarada goes down. That's not good. That's really not good. I'm just making all sorts of mistakes at this point. Burn Heal, not what I need. Energy Root again, not what I need. And an Awakening, not what I need. God damn it. We've got 2 trainers here. Okay, well. Iron Boulder. It's a rock psychic, so. Oof. Mighty Cleave. Swap in Ampharos. Just hit Thunderbolt, I guess. And Focus Band, of course. I gotta let it go down. Don't have a choice here. So I'm running real low here. Oh no. Crustle. Alright. Let's go EQ. Rock Wrecker. Okay, not good. Holy shit. Alright. Flamethrower, I guess. So I wasn't expecting Crustle knowing Rock Wrecker, honestly. Kingdra. Go Dragon Claw. Not quite. Not enough. Yeah. There we go. Bergmite. There we go. Oh, this is a problem. Yeah, I've got nothing left here. Okay. Well, I have to 6-0 this next trainer and hope for some revives. And just hope. Zamazenta, of course. Dauntless Shield, Zamazenta. There's the close combat. Yeah, I'm gonna go down here. Nothing I can do. It outsped. Outsped and killed. Holy shit. But I mean, as far as teams are concerned, I mean, that's not bad. It's not a bad team, and got up to floor 77. Like, I mean, in all honesty, that's really not too terrible. I'm not upset by that. I think, however, I think what we're going to do is I think we're going to call it here. I think this is going to be the end of the stream for the day. It's been about 6.5 hours that we've been on, so we're going to call it. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. Much love. We will catch everybody next time, and much love. Peace.